there any thought of about EVO mechanism that should be positioned and where it has to be positioned, sir, outside or on the gun itself, electro-optic mechanism, because we want to confirm that it
you
is
will
a,
have to tell us. That you will have to tell us how you wanted
yeah,
to position it.
yeah, okay, sir. Sir,
Because
inside the,
without this
sir,
thing seeing, I can't tell you, no, how will it. I don't even know what the size of the product you are talking about right now. So that
sir,
that will be at a later stage once you see the equipment.
okay, sir, what will be the dimensions of the available dimensions inside the tank where our system can be positioned?
That you will have to come and see.
Uh,
Because
uh,
there is no free space.
uh,
When I say no free space, in the sense there is hardly any free space. So it's not that a separate compartment is free, and so that you will have to see once you come on the tank.
sir, can you, and where it is located and all those, sir? Our team will come and visit and
Absolutely,
they will
absolutely.
discuss.
That all those things will be done once we go ahead with the this process.
Means before submitting this proposal, is it possible to see the tank?
You can if you want exact dimension, then I think you will be able to download it from the net only.
That
जो
BMP tank.
that blueprint type जो होता है.
Yes, the information that is available on net, you can refer that, because visiting a tank is a long process. Approximately 2 to 2.5 weeks it takes for taking the permission and going to see the tank. So it's a very long process. I don't think you will have time till then. So whatever is available on open source, you can refer to that.
If any link is provided, it will be great, so that we can technical team will have in-depth study of that. Hello.
I doubt any dimensions or any such data will be available. I mean, by the name of tank, if you can refer and you can prepare your proposal, that only is the option for now. Later on, when the proposal is accepted and we are proceeding towards documentation and finalization of the case, that time you can visit the tank. But now, because last date is not very far, I don't think we have a time to visit a tank and then prepare a proposal.
My name is Colonel Sinha from Merlin Aerospace. I have a couple of queries. One is
yeah, have your name again, please?
My name is Colonel Rahul Sinha.
Yes, please.
And I'm from Merlin Hawk Aerospace Private Limited.
Right.
I continue with the discussion which is on as of now, as of visiting the tank. There is a provision of providing a kind of a financial quote, oblique the requirement when we apply for the project. So do I take it that we'll be able to revise this amount later after we have visited, because till the time we don't have a correct perception of the space and the what is supposed to be done on ground, any estimate, being a mechanics officer myself, I understand this, that any estimate is likely to change after a visit on the ground.
Okay, sir, I would take it. Initially, you would be presenting a provisional budget. So, sir, initially, when you will be presenting your budget, that will be based on the estimations that you took while you're preparing the proposal. Actually, when you visit and then you see, you can change your quotes, but they should not be drastically out of the box. You can be somewhere here and there. It should not happen that initially you quoted 1 lakh and now your quotation comes to be 1 CR. It cannot be drastically out, but a little bit here and there, we understand. And finally, when you complete your milestone, your payments are based on the UC that you submit. So you can go here and there with your budget.
Absolutely. Sorry for taking this further, but here and there means 10% and drastically means 25%. Or do I take it that here and there is 25%?
No, sir, no, sir. There is no set parameter. there's no set parameter that we also totally understand that the budget is provisional, it is not the final budget. So if your budget is raising or it is decreasing, we totally understand that. Until it is justifiable, there is no problem, sir.
Absolutely. Thank you for the clarification. My second query is, and if I'm not Nautiyal, you said that the proximity fuse. So emanation for 12.7 fragmentation with a proximity fuse, development of this emanation is also part of this project?
Yes, absolutely. Development of the ammunition is part of the project. Whether the developer wants to use a proximity fuse or not is up to the developer. I just use the word proximity fuse as an example.
However, okay, proximately fuse might not be, but fragmentation is a consideration, fragmentation type of emanation?
Yes, fragmentation is a non-negotiable.
The fragmentation is non-negotiable. So this project also includes fragmentation emanation for 12.7.
Yes.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Mohammed Aleem from Merlin Hawk Aerospace, same team again. I had three questions. Since we speak about the detection and track and fire, are these functionalities with the tank on the move or in the static position?
Both.
Okay. And what's a rough value on the power available on platform so that we can stitch out a solution which meets these power requirements?
The general power output is 12 volts.
12 volts, you mean to say?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, what I mean to ask is in terms of wattage, is it something like 1 kilowatts or 500 watts? What's the kind of power available?
Okay. So I will not be having that exact figure right now, but that I'm very sure Colonel Sinha will be able to clarify.
Mechanism officer, field officer, BRDMs.
That was not audible clearly.
Yeah, Ali will get back to you on this.
Okay. And the other third query and the last, since we speak about the complete coverage, so is it something like a 360-degree azimuth has to be covered for the detection and tracking multiple targets? Let's say, for example, there is one particular electro-optic system installed. So when there are one target or multiple targets, so what is the requirement, like track only one particular target or multiple targets coming around within 360?
360 degree, obviously multiple targets in capability to engage them priority wise.
Okay, priority wise. So then I take it as a track one target at a time. Is it right to mention?
See, the thing is that it should be it will be able to detect multiple targets, but because
That's true.
yes, now physical tracking by the gun will only be possible for one target at a time because there is only one gun. Or electronic tracking, it should be able to maintain for multiple targets, but the physical tracking by the gun as per se will only be possible for one target at a time.
Okay. Okay, fine. Thanks. That's it from my side.
Okay, welcome.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Yeah, this is Bhupendra from Vetar Defense.
From which defense?
Vetar Defense. Sir,
Yes, please.
my question is regarding this development of fragmentation rounds, because in the text it is mentioned that it is a future expectation. So is it current expectation or the future expectation? This is first question.
Current expectation.
Okay, fair enough, sir. And second question is, sir, like these whatever, I mean, as we are seeing, it is quite possible that there are multiple targets which are attacking the tank. So this system, whatever we are looking at, like shooting down them with a gun, may not be appropriate or sufficient. So are we looking at something additional killing mechanism to be add on the tank?
See, that you can propose, but as of now, there's only one kind of an anti-aircraft gun which is already in service. Do you want to
Right.
propose
Yes,
something
sir.
that you may like to propose that?
Okay. Okay. Fine, sir. Because the current, I mean, the whatever targets we are looking at, they are very fast and very small. So it may not be feasible to use anti-aircraft gun for at least small targets.
See, there are other, there are other projects which are being progressed for using other types of soft and hard kill mechanisms. But in this current problem statement, we have narrowed down the requirement to the existing in-service gun. Otherwise, you are aware there are other projects in which soft and hard kill options are being considered other than the in-service gun. But in this problem statement, it is restricted to the in-service 12.7 mm gun.
Okay, sir. Yes, got it, got it. Thank you, sir.
So the earlier question also that you asked, so I will clarify. It is the problem statement is limited to the use of the in-service gun.
Okay, sir. Okay, got it. Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome.
Just a moment, sir. Sir, can you hear me? I'm trying to connect Lieutenant Colonel SS Saran. Sir, can you hear me? Okay, if anyone else has got any doubt, please you can ask.
Yeah, there's one more question. What is the weight of the gun? Hello.
Ms. Sakshi, Colonel Nautiyal this side.
Wait a moment, sir. Wait a moment. Yes.
But even if
Hello.
I may be audible to you, but I cannot listen anything. आपकी side से तो कुछ नहीं आ रहा है.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear everybody. I hope I am audible.
Yes,
Colonel,
yes, you are.
what is the weight of the gun?
Sakshi, I cannot hear you on.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Hanji, Arvind ji,
Ma'am,
yes, please ask your weight. Yes,
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
ask.
Can you hear me? Yeah, can
Yes,
you hear
I
me?
can hear you.
Yeah, what is the weight of the gun?
Not yet, sir. If you can tell them the weight of the gun.
Yeah, around 25 kgs.
25 kg. Okay.
So, am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are. Please.
All right. I'm so sorry actually because the network here is a bit glitchy. So I wanted to know whether is there any obstruction on that the upper mount, because you might be having some electro-optical sensors, right? And anything that is hindering their way, it's not feasible, and it's so something. Do you have any like any envelope which is where we can't mount our system?
Yeah, so right now the gun which is mounted is able to operate in 360-degree azimuth. The location of where the additional equipment has to be mounted, where will it be form fit, such things will only be finalized once a visit onto the tank is done. Otherwise, for basic reference, you can use the open source sites where the T72 parameters are given, T90 parameters are given.
Okay, so as for, is there anything that you have?
No, I can't share anything from open source. You will have to go to open source. Me sharing something doesn't, then it will not qualify as open source.
Am I audible? Hello.
Yes.
Yes, you are audible.
So, as you said that anything which is available on the internet, with that,
See, they're the basic reference point for that base. I've already told you that presently the gun is able to operate in 360-degree azimuth. However, what you want to fit onto the tank, I cannot comment at it right now because I do not know the dimensions. So the form fitment factor comes later. It cannot be discussed right now because you are not aware of the dimensions of the tank and I am not aware of the dimensions of your product.
So the basic mode with which we operate is like you understand the problem statement, you bring the solution, and you apply with that solution. The solution goes to the partner incubators and then the nodal agencies, and then they vet on whether it is feasible or not. And if it is feasible, you are being called for the HPSC, the High Power Selection Committee, and then your proposal is being led by a committee that is formed. That the committee comprises of many people from many genre of the expertise related to the specific problem statement. Then you get selected, and then you start preparing specific to the problem statement. Then specifics come into play, like dimension and reach and range and other aspects. Then they start coming into play. But right now, right at this amateur stage, we want the solution, that what you have thought about the solution. Is there any doubt? And I can see Mr. Abhishek Jain has shared a library with respect to that. Yes, Abhishek, you can take over.
Yes, please. I had 3 points to make. Number one is, would it be possible that, of course, before 11th, we cannot make a visit, but before the HPSC, people can make a visit because the amounts or the resources required are committed more in HPSC than now. So that is point number one. You may please like to answer now, or maybe I'll finish all the three.
Regarding this, yes, Abhishek, regarding this HPSC visit before HPSC, I will have to check because till now I have not seen that before HPSC visit of a startup, because I do not know how the route is going to be. So I will have to check that before HPSC if you can visit the tank.
Okay. The second point is about the size of the object. So the higher the frequency of the radar, smaller the size we can detect, but then the ranges become smaller. So this technical discussion regarding the ranges and the sizes will also happen after the HPSC. That's what we assume, right? Hello.
Sir, I think are we able to give the specifics with respect to dimensions right now?
See, that we'll have to arrive at in consultation with the developer. Because
Yeah.
these things are the way these unmanned systems or aerial systems are being developed. Every day there's a new system. The dimensions vary. So if I give a dimension right now, it may, these dimensions may change tomorrow. So and it may not always be possible to address all dimensions at the same time. So this we'll have to arrive as the developer progresses with the development project. Whatever has been developed or whatever is the capability right now, that you can propose in your proposal. You can in your proposal propose that this is the minimum, this is the maximum, but subsequently while the development is taking place, these things undergo a change.
Sir, why I said this was in IDEX project, we created a software to measure the radar cross section. And when we measured, I mean, we estimated for drones, because they are mostly plastic and composite, it's very small. So we may require a high frequency radar, which also would require a little more power than the smaller radars. So, but I think we'll
Correct.
discuss this,
Correct.
sir. It's a complicated business because RCS of
हाँ
these things
मतलब
are
correct.
yeah.
And
So
similarly, the power requirement again is a so these things cannot be discussed right now. This is a quite an initial stage. We can't arrive at everything firm at this stage.
understood, sir. And sir, the third point that we wanted to make is about the way this ammunition would function. So what we assume is that we would develop a new ammunition. It would be fired. There would be a different because now the weight may be different, so there would be a different flight dynamics and range table for this ammunition, and there would be a mechanism for this ammunition to explode at a particular location based on the flight dynamics so that it can take out the drones with the fragments. Is that assumption
Absolutely.
correct?
Absolutely
Okay.
correct.
So flight dynamics also becomes a very important part apart from the radar cross section. That's one thing that I understood. So the second point, the second sub point in this is how many fragments you are looking at.
So that again cannot be answered right now. We can't like I can't tell you right now that 100 fragments are required or 10 fragments are required. The thing is that to destroy a drone, that is the term of reference right now. So the number of fragments can be worked. See, even with 50 fragments, it may be effective, and with 100 fragments also it may be effective. So that will come at a later stage.
Sir, the issue is that world over, nobody has been able to make a fragmentation round in 12.7 with large number of fragments. People
Understood?
have to make 5, 7, 10 only. It's a complicated business. In fact, when you said proximity, I was little worried because there is such a small space that proximity cannot be done there. So I
That
think
was
we'll
just
have
for
to.
explanation purpose. That was just for explanation purpose. It is not a term of reference.
Sir, then if we are able to find out an ammunition which is analogous to what you want, can we assume that the term of reference can be based on those high-end systems that the foreign people are making? Would that be easier? Because we need some anchor
So,
point to
in
propose a solution.
yeah, in the requirements that will be made, the
Hmm.
number of fragments will not be mentioned. It will be
Okay, sir.
mentioned as to that it should be able to destroy a drone. In the trials, it will be checked. If it is able to destroy and bring down a drone, then it is a pass.
Okay, sir. Because there are, sir, so this is the last one, sir, then I'll stop. I'll mute myself. There are two ways in which these ammunition rounds are working. Number one, where they are pre-fragmented, so the fragments of the original shell of the projectile is getting fragmented. And the other proposition that people have used is inclusion of tungsten pellets inside the ammunition. I assume that you are not worried about both. Whatever people can propose, you are okay with that.
Yes, I want the drone to come down.
Okay, sir.
Sir, I have a question
Question would be
related to this.
mathematical. After whom sir wins, we'll have to discuss mathematical and physics wise what is possible, and then I think we both will come at agreement. That's the logic I think would be followed. Am I right, sir?
Yes, we will progress as per the procedure of Aditi for IDEX projects.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome, please.
Sir, I have a similar question on similar line. Like the gun currently must be having some function and it must be used for doing something. And when we are changing this with the fragmentation rounds, is there a provision to switch the ammunition?
Okay, so I'll just cover the brief details of the gun so that everyone is clear. So this is a 12.7 mm anti-aircraft gun, which has the capability presently to fire different kinds of ammunition. Primarily, as the name suggests, it is used for anti-aircraft purpose, and it is controlled through a joystick from inside the tank a person uses a joystick sitting inside the tank, and there is a screen on which the target is visible. Based on the movement of the joystick, the gun rotates or elevates external. It is mounted externally to the tank. So it is you can say it is kind of a motorized platform, which is used from inside the tank. And the firing button is also inside the tank, where the joystick is located. Now the ammunition is belted. This fragmentation ammunition, once if you want to fire a fragmentation ammunition, it will be belted and fed to the gun.
Okay, sir, understood. But when we have to switch the ammunition, do we have to do that automatically, or it will be a manual process?
No, that switching, it cannot be automatically switched, because you will have to either change the belt, or you will have to pre-fill the belt in a sequence in which you expect those rounds to be fired. But both the things will be manual. It will not be automatic.
Okay, sir, understood.
Sir, this means that the ammunition that we develop should be compatible with the current belt, for sure.
Yes, of
Right, sir?
course. Of course.
The second assumption that I make is, sir, that instead of joystick, now there would be a fire control computer, because now the gun has to automatically point in elevation azimuth towards the target. So it is not a joystick anymore. It would be a fire control computer which would be automatically laying the gun towards the target. That also is true, sir?
Yes. So for the the anti-drone, this thing, it has to be automatically connected with the detection mechanism. However, there should be a override or a switching capability existing, that in case you want to switch from anti-drone role to a ground role with this gun, and we want to operate it with the help of a joystick, so that switch should be possible.
Okay, sir. Understood, sir.
For the switch to be happen, sir, the ammunition needs to be changed then.
That will be a manual process, obviously.
Okay, sir. Yeah, got it.
Jain sir had a question on AI as a service and the SAR imagery. So is it the right forum?
No. Today we are not discussing about these two problem statements. For now, Colonel Sovid is here. He is specifically for anti-drone capability AFPs only.
Okay, thank you. What about the military grade mobile? I had a question on that too.
The outreach will happen on 4th of November.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, the last point, suppose many drones are approaching, then the fire control computer system should also be able to give a priority. So some decision-making algorithm would also be part of the solution, right, sir?
Yes, please.
Colonel, is it possible to separate the ammunition development and the development of all the other electronics? Because
No,
people...
it's a singular problem statement.
Okay.
Okay, is there anyone
Ms.
else?
Sakshi, there being no more questions, I will request, I have
Yes,
to
sir.
meet the Deputy Chief.
Right, sir. So if there will be any more questions, I have already shared your email ID, sir. So they will reach out via email to you. And thank you so much for joining us, sir. You can log off, sir.
Excuse me, can I really ask a logistical question?
Yes. Just one last question, sir.
Yes, please.
Yes, I guess, sir. My question was to Sakshi, maybe, but the IDEX platform itself is having issues for us to log in, and the deadlines are in 10 days. So
Yeah, wait, Mr. Aditya. We can relieve, sir, and you can discuss it by the end of session also, or because sir is also waiting since 3 o'clock, so we can take these questions after a while, if it is not related to Soveer, sir.
understood. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Sir, you can log off. Thank you so much for joining, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Logging on.
Yeah. Aditi ji, I will take your question after Saran sir has completed his problem statement. So we have Lieutenant Colonel S.S. Saran. He will be briefing us about the problem statement number 4 of this 12, SAR enhancement and multi-sensor fusion.
Shall I go ahead, Sakshi?
Yes, you can go ahead, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. This problem statement comes from MI Directorate. So we are dealing with the imagery analysis, and one of the type of imagery we receive is SAR. So, SAR conventionally is utilized both with the metadata as well as viewing it as an EO image. But we want to go ahead with that, go further with than that. We want to firstly make SAR more readable. So world over, there are a new trend of multi-sensor fusion. So people take panchromatic and other IR images also, and other data of the same place, and then they fuse it intelligently to create a more readable image of SAR. So before I move any bit ahead, I want to tell the DIO also, as well as if there is an Army Design Bureau rep. This problem statement was given an year back. Since then, a lot of things have evolved, and now we are getting SAR imagery of 15 centimeter resolution also available. So maybe my problem statement doesn't has the relevance as we speak today. But still, it's my duty to explain, so I'll explain it further. So we want to fuse this image and make it more readable. The legacy images which we had, it was full of speckles, as any SAR analyst here or anyone dealing with SAR would know. And the metadata file, which has got all the information of the sensor regarding the polarity or the orientation, look angle, they were not being exploited fully. That required a level of scientific understanding of working of SAR. But an interpreter cannot be asked to become an engineer or a scientist. So we were looking for a tool which can do these two things for us. That is multi-sensor fusion to make it more readable. And secondly, automatic or semi-automatic exploitation of that metadata, which comes along with any SAR imagery. Any question now further than this, I'll answer. This is in the simplest form my problem statement.
Yes, if any startup has got any question, they can ask.
Yeah. Good afternoon, sir and sir. So this is Prasad. So when we look at the fusion of metadata and or else the EO over the SAR imageries, so hopefully the model has to look into deciphering what is available when there is a masked or a less metadata for a EO related images. So will we be given a bit of sample files to work on it, because whatever models we develop, at the end of the day, whenever we train, it is the accuracy on the real-time data and its training which matters when we put this model for your consumption. So is there some sort of a data what we can work on?
Firstly, yes, data will be required. If your approach is algorithmic or are you using AI to fuse it? First, can you please clear that?
Yeah, it will be algorithm based AI, what we are thinking of right now.
Then I'm supposed to provide you data sets of SAR and corresponding EO image. But the only issue is, and it's a bit of a logistic challenge, that due to restrictions on sharing of this imagery,
understood. Yeah.
All data is available on the premise. So I can
Understood,
give you space, power, data.
Understood.
Like last project also involving the Army Design Bureau and DIO knows it, involving the AI and the imagery. It was done here in self in situ at DGMI only, and it's a success story. It's already deployed here. So, but you should be willing to place your hardware. The NDAs will be signed, and at the end of the prototype development, if it happens, the hard disk remains with us.
Understood. That should not be an issue. Yeah, this makes sense. So, Sakshi ma'am, now in order to go forward with the proposal, initial proposal, so is there a something similar data set what we can work on and then propose like this will be our action items to go forward and engage? So, what is that qualitatively you require to go further ahead at this juncture?
Didn't get it. Qualitative requirement from my side. I have all the
No.
data. That's not an issue.
Yeah, understood. But for the initial November 11th as a proposal one, when we make, how should we go about the proposal? Because whatever model AI or the algorithm, what I bring it to you would have been primarily based on, other data sets apart
So we
from
can
what we
use
are thinking about.
Sentinel in that case, because obviously for demonstrative purposes, we have to use open source data. So we
Correct.
can
Yeah.
use Sentinel. We have no issues if all of you, well, I don't know how many respondents are there. If 3 or 4 of you come here and want to do things or present it to my hierarchy, whatever, develop some part of it. But I doubt for 10 days all of you will agree to it, and then it'll become unfair that 2 of you approach or 1 of you approach, and then one is not able to do it. So it's better that we do it on open source Sentinel data, if that is accessible to you, or if some one of you have got Bhunidhi accounts, then even government data is available on Bhunidhi, that is by Bhuvan.
Yeah.
But registration itself is a long process. So if now somebody wants to register for Bhunidhi, I doubt by 11th of November he'll be able to get the data. So
Okay.
Sentinel is the best deal, I think so.
Yeah. Makes sense. Sir. Thank you. We'll see how.
Prasad, you're from which company or institute?
So I am working with Delna Consultancy Service. I have a tie-up with Quinta. We are looking into AI systems for such image classification and detection. So that's where I was working on, sir.
Okay, because my problem statement, many of softwares are already offering this. So you have a slider there, and they kind of try to give you EO and that thing side by side. So if anything more you have developed into it, you can always include it in this.
Yeah, sure.
Because in itself, it's not such a big problem, actually speaking, as given the disclaimer earlier also.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, sir. I'll be in touch with you.
Yes, yes. Sakshi, was it there only one developer?
So there are lots of developers, but we were discussing 3 problem statements. So I do not know, sir, if you can drop your email ID. If anyone wants to reach you out afterwards, also they can reach you out.
Yes, we are open to that. Anyone can give us the mail, and we can organize their presentation here to our hierarchy. So should I type it in the text thing?
Yes, sir, yes, sir. If you, but I doubt you would be able to. You can see. Otherwise, you can spell it out. I'll type for them.
It's chicken soup, CHICKEN soup, SOUP.
Yes, sir.
.2
Sir.
@gov.in.
It is chicken soup CHICKENSOUP.2 @gov.in.
Yes.
So if they have got any doubt, they will reach out to you. And thank you, sir. Thank you so much for joining us.
I'm free to leave.
Yes, 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 sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, sir. Thank you, sir. So if any startup has got any doubt that is not specifically concerned with the problem statements that we discussed today, before you start, I'll again tell all the startups that we already have discussed top 3 problem statements of DISC 12. In fact, top 4 problem statements of this 12, we have discussed problem statement number 6 of this 12 and problem statement number 1 of Aditi 2. On 4th of November, we will be discussing problem statement number 5 of disc 12 and problem statement number 3 of Aditi 2. Same time. On 6th of November, we will be discussing problem statement number 2, 4 and 5 of Aditi. So you can join. We will be reaching out via social media as well, and you can join the virtual session at the same time. And you can start and you can ask any question that you have specifically related to IDEX.
Ma'am, when will be the Indian Navy and Indian Coast Guard these outreach sessions?
Indian Navy is going to conduct outreach session in one day, and they will be reaching out via social media. I'm not aware of the dates, but it will be on a single day, and they will be reaching out via social media with respect to the dates. This is all I know. And yes, we will be uploading the outreach sessions on YouTube. Air Force has done all the outreaches, all the challenges that were related to Air Force. They have done all the outreaches, they have recorded them, and uploading is in progress. So it must have already been uploaded also. So you can find outreaches in YouTube as well.
Hello, ma'am. I have one question. Like, will you be having any sample format for the proposal or any particular thing that we should follow?
There is no yes, there is no sample as such. The application procedure is very explanatory. You have to upload your problem, the problem statement, and there is no sample as such. Sample that it is just that the nodal agency should be able to understand that what you are proposing.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. That's it.
Said, I want to share. When you click on the apply for this respective challenge, disk 12 or Aditi 2.0, in the application itself, when the technical document uploading, that 2 MB PDF is there, na? There they have given 3 to 4 lines of explanation how your proposal should look like. What are the subheadings or something? What are the contents you need to cover as part of the proposal?
Your voice broke off in between. I couldn't understand your question properly.
Not question, ma'am. Just I'm giving some answer to the previous questioner. In the IDEX website itself, when we click on the apply for the challenge, in the challenge application itself, at the technical document uploading section, they have given what are the contents that need to be there inside the technical proposal. They have clearly mentioned.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Someone has asked about the IDEX portal downtime or login issues. So, if you have any issues with respect to login, you can write on the IDEX website, the email ID of IDEX that you have got. There is always one person who is reverting back to the doubt, or he will connect with the concerned person. Like if you if you write my name, that person will send that mail to me. If you write if you know the name of IT person, so they will that mail will come to the IT person. So you can always write to that mail, and during the time of application, especially Aditi, so everybody is on their toes, so they will revert back to you, or they will let you know how to rectify the problem.
So
Yes.
are there any
Yes, please tell me. I can't hear you, Mr. Aditya.
can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I was saying that are there any like standard reasons why any organizations, even with multiple registrations accounts, are both saying invalid login and password? Like we don't know what is going on, right? Are there any standard reasons why an entity is sort of dropped from the platform?
So your voice broke off at the last moment, but I can make out that you are trying to log in through multiple IDs, but still every time you are being told that it is not authorized, something like that it is occurring. Am I right?
Yeah, it says invalid ID and password, but we know that they're the correct ones.
Okay, so please you can write on the IDEX mail, and you can write to Vishal. Vishal Sharma is the one who is taking care of IT related stuff. So you can write you can write on IDEX mail, and you can quote it to Mr. Vishal Sharma.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is there any other doubt related to IDEX procedures, or our website has been we have launched a new website. So as a new website, there are few problems that are occurring, and we are addressing to those problems. So if you are also encountering any problem, please let us know so that we can rectify it and be better day by day. So if there are no other questions, next session is on 4th of November at same time. Please join us on the for the outreach. There are two challenges we will be discussing on 4th, and I'll see you all there. Thank you so much for joining. Any questions? Last call. Any questions? Anything else? Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.